Hey YouTube. So today I'm going to be talking to you about a thing, so if any of you watch Cube 772, you probably know what I'm going to do. But as you're in the title of this video, they don't really make a Nerf bump stock, and you can't because Nerf guns don't have recoil, so there's no way it would work. But okay, so what I'm doing today, when I say the Nerf equivalent to a bump stock, I mean more like an ideological way where it turns something that was semi-auto into full auto. And if any of you know how bump stock works, which I'll explain to you now, why you can't actually make one for Nerf, is because, so what a bump stock is, it's like a free moving stock and handguard on that you can put on like an AR-15, and I think they make them for AK-47s too. Yeah, they make semi-auto variants of those too. So what a bump stock in real life is, so the stock in the handguard section would just be free to move like back and forth, and there would be a bar right here that extends past the trigger, and you'd put your finger on that bar, and then what you do is you would grab the handguard and pull forward until it fires, and then once it goes back, you keep pulling forward, so that way it becomes full auto because the recoil brings it back, but you keep bringing it forward, so it keeps bringing your finger back on the trigger. But what I'm talking about, so for the Nerf version, I'm going to do it with the sound off first when I explain, so I'm just going to take, you get your left hand right here, or whatever hand is your trigger hand, you're going to hold the grip with the opposite hand. You're going to put your middle finger on the flywheel and your second finger just up here for support. You're going to pull it into you, and you get your finger, and you keep going back and forth really fast. So I'll show you right now. I took the mag out because for some reason the Desolator is a lot louder than the Strife. It was going to drown out my voice. I did in a previous take. So I'll close the. And that's it. So, I mean, I'm not the fastest at it because I haven't really practiced it a lot or tried it that much. And I'm surprised that it went without a jam because that gun jams all the time. I'll grab those in a second. So, basically, now that's kind of what I meant, like in the ideological way where it made it from semi to, I mean, kind of full auto. Still semi-auto, just I guess a lot faster. So you have a full auto rate of fire. Still, oh sorry, I drank coffee earlier, so I'm kind of have like coffee bubbles. So I mean, it's still, if you do a lot faster, you'll get better at it. But I guess it's still, as I was saying, it isn't really full auto in a sense like that, but you get full auto rates of fire is what I was saying. So, you know, if you do that trick and you practice it a little bit, you'll get really good. And another tip is to really pull it against your shoulder so it's stable, because when you're doing this, you can move it, and if you still want to keep it a little on target, we'll just maybe put it in backwards to take out the locks. Nope, still didn't take out the locks, never mind. Ignore that. I knew what I was doing, just it's still too big. Oh shoot. There we go. So you're gonna want to pull it back and keep it on target. And then maybe you could make it, or if you wanted to, you could even make a hook right here for this finger to go around. If you really wanted to just make this like specialty for this, and then even when you're firing regularly, it would still be out of the way. But, and two main reasons for this is because it's still a little bit slower than full auto, so you won't be going through as much darts that fast, which is kind of the purpose of why many people choose the semi-auto Nerf guns. And it's expensive to get the full auto ones, like the Rapid Strike, the Rhino Fire, Megalodon. Actually, Megalodon, that's slow. And then there's the, what else? Hyper Fire. All of those are pretty expensive. I think they're all 40 and above, if I'm right. I don't know. But you can get, like, I think a Desolator, and I think both of them are 20, if I'm correct. I know I got my Strife for 20, but got this one as a gift, so I don't know. But they're a lot less expensive, and then you can still do semi-auto, and you won't, someone who doesn't like have the money to buy a bunch of darts and mags, you won't be going through those as fast, so you can save a little money, but you can still then do full auto race of fire. Yeah, it does. I'm trying to think of things to say, but because I don't want this just to be a super short video for nothing, so shoot, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, so when you do this though, like I know my Desolator, my Strife, I always get lemons for Nerf guns, but I'm not saying they don't work fine, but all my flywheel Nerf guns, and I mean, then, back to that thought, how it's cheaper. You can find your Rapid Strikes at Goodwill. That's how I got mine, but odds are they'll probably be broken like mine broke, like really fast. I think there's a Nerf dart that the previous owner had jammed in it somewhere. Can't get. So, back to this. It does take my time for my flywheels to rev up, like, I'll show you. Listen to when it gets to full rev, and then to even get to like half rev, listen to how long it takes. See how long that takes? So that means when you do this, because these aren't made to, oh, that was a huge voice crack. These really aren't made to fire that fast, and it takes the flywheels so much longer to rev up, so your range will decrease dramatically while you're doing this. Like the first shot probably made it back to my dad's car, which is over there. You don't see it unless I flip the camera around, but and then like the second and third shot landed right about where the camera's sitting. So it actually, yeah, it went half the distance because from here to there. Yeah, so the first shot went twice as far as like all the consecutive shots. And then like the later shots did, once I took a little like half-second break, they did get back to a little further. So another like 2/3 of the way to my dad's car. But yeah, if you're in a tight scenario though, where like someone's coming through the door or a group, you can do that. So hope you have an extra mag in case you don't hit one of them. So odds are you won't unless you're like right there, because the range decreases dramatically, and accuracy. Oh yeah, accuracy is big teardown on this. I mean, it's not, the accuracy rate going down is not as bad as the range rate going down, but still can be kind of a nuisance. So this isn't, if you are gonna just do this the whole match, for a whole Nerf war or all your Nerf wars, I would just probably recommend getting a full auto because it saves you the work. And doing this, your arm won't really get tired. It'll just get kind of annoying doing this the whole match. But don't think there's anything else to say. Yeah. Oh. Did I go over that? No, I didn't. Jams. Yeah, this, I think I already went over that though. This gun jammed so much when I was trying this before I started filming. I'm very surprised. Maybe it just had stage fright. And finally, like, my Desolator was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. But Yeah. Anything else? Yeah, I would, oh, mag size for doing this. If you had a bigger mag, like a 25 or a 35 round drum magazine, probably do this like 2 or 3 times per mag, depending on how long you would do bursts. With like a 12 round or a 10 round mag, I would just blow through the whole mag because it's so short. You're like, well, if I stop, there's gonna be like 3 darts left. Oh, whatever. Like, if you have like a 35, you could probably do this like 3 times, like 1, 2, 3. But depending on whether you're just gonna do bursts or like a long sustained support fire. But yeah, if you don't have the money to get a full auto, this is like a nice substitute. It's not the best substitute, but it's okay. If you're like a heavy modder, you could probably just buy some used full auto parts on eBay. But then again, that takes a lot of work, and I can barely mod springers, so yeah. My successful to unsuccessful mod rate is about 1 successful mod for every 3 unsuccessful mods. Like, yeah, I've broken a Sharp Fire, Falcon Fire. Actually, wait, no, that means my mod rate's kind of successful. Never mind. Just thinking, because yeah, I've done successful mod rate wise was my rival Big Shock that I made. I modded Disruptor. I'm gonna mod the other 2. I might do a video on that. And then let's see. I know there's others. Oh yeah, I never got around to do that Flip Fury mod. I don't know. It's just a simple spring replacement, and there's this felt pad. I don't know what to do. I might do a video on that. It's just kind of distracting trying to film while doing a mod. And then, let's see, what else was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I've modded, you know, the old school where you just put pennies in the springs. I've done that to one of my Mavericks. Oh, my Jolts, I made them able to shoot Steffens, or like multiple little slugs. I guess actually, yeah, multiple Steffens. I took out the dart posts and I just basically took out the whole contraption. I made a Teflon tape and grease seal with both of them, yeah. And oh, my double strikes, is that what they're called? You know the zombie strike ones? They look like a little Derringer pistol. Yeah, I've done both of those where I've taken out, on one of them I've taken out the dart posts, but on both of them wait, no, I think it was just one. On the other one I was planning to do something. Forgot what it was. And then one of my mods, I just had like a little mistake where I didn't put it's the Doom Lions. It's the 8-round revolver. It shoots amazing. It has great range and goes really fast because I did like the whole thing on it and I took out the dart posts. So now it can basically be a shotgun, but yeah, I messed up where now the thing that rotates the cylinder, I didn't put it back right because a piece flew out and I didn't know where it went. So now I have to manually rotate the cylinder, but it's fine. It works great for like a handgun sniper. I don't think there's anything else to go over. You could get one of those afterburner, like it's a, if any of you know what they are, it's like a little like muzzle attachment. It's not Nerf, it's aftermarket. But it has flywheels in it to give it that extra oomph as it goes out the barrel. I think Lord Draconical did a video on it. Yeah, I think he did. Anyways, I think that's it. Bye.